Hello, Harmony Program students. My name is Mr. Adam. I'm the clarinet teacher over at Global Communities Charter School. What I'm going to be teaching you guys today in this video are a bunch of different stretches that are really good for musicians. It's really important as musicians that we stretch out. We are athletes. I know sometimes we don't think of ourselves as being athletes, but we are using all of these muscles all of the time, a lot of the time. And it's really important that we keep them loose, that we don't get injured, and also it helps us play music better. If we're nice and loose, we sound better when we play more smoothly, and it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to teach you guys a bunch of different stretches that I've learned that are really helpful for me as a clarinetist, and some other ones that are going to be helpful for other instruments as well. All right, so the first one we're going to start with is a wrist stretch. We're going to do some stretches on our wrists and hands, some stretches on our shoulders, and then some other more general thing. So the first stretch we're going to do is called a wrist flexor stretch. In this stretch, what we're doing, we're stretching out muscles that are down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our arms straight out in front of us. Starting with my right arm. We're going to do both sides, but let's start with the right side. We're going to put our hands straight out and with our palm up like we're telling someone to stop or giving someone a high five right in front of us. Then we're going to take our other hand and we're going to pull back gently on our fingers. I want you to notice that my arm is straight, my elbow is straight. I'm not bent like this, I'm not doing this, it's nice and straight. We're going to do that for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, so again, you should be feeling the stretch through here. It should not hurt. If it hurts, you're doing too much. So if you're pulling back really hard and it hurts, pull back a little bit less hard. We do not want this to hurt. It should just feel like it's stretching. So the next one we're going to do is our wrist extensor stretch. So this is basically the opposite of what we just did. We're going to hold our hand out and we're going to point it down like this. And then we're going to take our other hand and we're gently going to pull like this. All right, so notice again, my arm is straight. We should be feeling the stretch across the top of our arm. And again, it shouldn't hurt. It should be nice and just a nice soft stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, now we're going to try it on the other side, both of those stretches. So our wrist flexor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now our extensor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. The next stretch we're going to do, this one's really good for clarinetists because we use our thumbs a lot to balance the weight of the instrument, but for all instruments we're using our thumbs, so we're going to stretch out just our thumbs. So what we do for that one, we're going to, let me face you because it's actually easier to do it this way. So you're going to take your hand, your right hand, hold it out like this, and pretend you're going to give someone a handshake. So you hold it out right in front of you like that. Okay, so what we're going to do, when our hand is out like this, we're going to take our other hand. We're gently going to pull our thumb back towards us. Emphasis on gently going to pull our thumb back towards us. This, again, shouldn't hurt. We don't want to rip our thumb off. We're just trying to stretch it out. So we're going to pull it gently towards us and then over to the side that we're stretching. So if you're doing our right hand, we're going to pull our thumb over to the right side. So you're going to pull it over towards the top of your hand. So like this, back and then over. This one again is nice and gentle. We should be feeling the stretch right through here. We do this for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, let's do the other side. So again, hand out like we're doing a handshake, thumb up, pull back, and then over towards the top of our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, so now all of the muscles that operate our fingers, because those flexors and extensors, in addition to making our hands go like this, they're actually helping to move our fingers as well. So now we've got our hands nice and loose. The next thing we're going to work are our shoulders. For pretty much every single instrument, we are using our shoulders. If we're playing the clarinet, we're holding our instrument up and our shoulders are kind of holding our arms up. If we're playing the violin or actually any string instrument, our shoulders are doing a ton of work. For our violinist, we've got the instrument on our shoulder. I know I don't have one, I'm playing an air violin, but we've got one shoulder balancing the instrument and the other shoulder's moving with our bow. Same thing with the cello. Our shoulders are moving, so we want to keep our shoulders nice and loose. So the first shoulder exercise I'm going to do is called, or stretch rather, is called a post-capsule or posterior capsule stretch. So this one we're going to take our arm, our right arm, and we're going to bring it across our chest. And then we're going to take our other arm and we're going to kind of pull it a little bit farther across our chest. So we should feel a stretch kind of in our shoulder, around the back, kind of right there. All right, so we're going to do this one for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So our left shoulder, bring it across your chest and then gently pull with your other arm. Again, this shouldn't hurt. None of these stretches should hurt, so don't pull super hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. This next stretch that I'm going to teach you is particularly important for our string players, in particular our violin and violists. This stretch is called an upper trapezius stretch. So our trapezius muscle kind of goes from up here in our head and comes down through our neck and it goes into our shoulder. So it's right here. It's the muscle that makes us do this. So for this stretch, the reason it's important for violinists and violists is because you guys are often tilting your head to one side or turning your head, and that puts a little bit of strain on those muscles. So for this one, I'm actually going to stand up. Let me adjust my camera real quick. This one is easier to show when you're standing up. So what we're going to do for this one, we're gonna do it on both sides. So for the first stretch, I want you to put your left arm behind your back like that. You are gonna take your, let me actually adjust this a little bit so you guys can really see. We're gonna take our right hand and we're gonna put it right on top of our head like this. And now what we're gonna do with our left arm behind our back and our right arm on our head, we're gonna slowly pull our head over to the right side. And when we do this, you should feel a stretch kind of right through there. I'm going to adjust this again so you guys can see a little bit better. So it should be like, just like, again, the stretch should be going through here. Let's try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay, let's try the other side. So for the other side, we're going to put our right arm behind our back, and then our left arm up on top. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. For that stretch, if you have trouble getting your arm behind your back on either side, you can let your arm hang at your side. So if we're going to do it without putting our arms behind our back, it would look just like this. But putting the arm behind the back gives you a little bit more stretch. So that's going to be kind of up to you guys to figure out which one is the most comfortable or which one gets you the most stretch. Let me show you the last one I want to do for our shoulders is called the levator scap stretch. So this one's kind of funny. I'm going to stand up to do this one again. So for this one, it's very similar to the one we just did, but instead of pulling our head to the side like this, we're going to turn our head and stick our nose kind of in our armpit. It's kind of like we're smelling our armpit. We bring it down like this, and we're going to pull down. So we're turning our heads, and then we're pulling down towards the ground. And this one's very gentle. And you should feel the stretch along your, in a similar spot, but kind of along your back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. And now the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Okay, the last stretch we're gonna do is super easy. You guys have all done this before. It's just to stretch out our backs. We're just gonna do a nice toe touch. So stand, you can't see it because I can't get the camera to point that low, but you're gonna keep your feet close together and your knees are gonna be locked, not bent. We're just gonna bend over towards the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so you guys probably noticed that for that last one, I was not able to touch my toes. I'm not very good at touching my toes, but if you guys can touch your toes, go for it. The point for that stretch is to go as far as you can. So this is a great collection of stretches that you can do every day before you start playing and every day after you're done playing to keep everything nice and loose. You can do these stretches pretty much as you want. If any of those muscles, if any of those areas of your body feel tight, you can totally do these stretches and it should help to loosen everything up. And with all those stretches, it'll make it way easier to play a lot of music because our hands and our wrists and our shoulders and our whole bodies are going to be nice and loose. All right, guys, happy practicing, happy stretching, and happy playing.